Guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. A little CR news for you guys. I woke up to the announcement, the news, that there's going to be a new card coming with Season 7, the Lunar New Year inside Clash Royale. So we were right. If you guys missed the Legendary video that we did talking about Season 7 leaks, it looks like everything is accurate so far. Moreover than that, before we get into the new card really quickly, in case you did guys miss this posting of all the leaked cards coming in 2020, now quick disclaimer, these cards could change, the names could change, what they do could change, and they might even be scrapped. So it's no guarantees, but these are data mined from the client code, so they're already there. At least the skeleton of these cards are there inside your game. I have to give a big shout out to CR Leaks. That's at CR_LEAKS on Twitter. He posts all these data mined leaks on a consistent basis. So again, spoiler, fast forward 20 seconds if you don't want to see this, but these are the other new cards coming probably in 2020, or some iteration of these cards likely to perhaps be seen inside the arena. Man, a lot of really cool ones. My favorite is Skeleton Dragon. I don't know, I'm excited to see what that card may be. Let me know what card you're looking forward to from this list. Anyway, going on to the new card. She's a 3 elixir common card. Before we get into what she does, it's very important to note that she will be the boost. She will have that boost, right? Where new cards, just like the battle healer, she will be leveled up to your King Tower level. That way you can try her out immediately when she goes into the game, along with Season 7. That will be coming on January 6th, okay? So January 6th, new season, and an automatic boosted up new card, the Firecracker. So again, a 3 elixir common card. I love a powerful common card. 3 elixir 2, powerful, cheap, and common. That's a really good combo to me. So I'm gonna give my reaction in the video today, kind of as we go on each little thing. So in terms of her cost, I think that she seems very powerful, but the same thing could be said about the battle healer, right? I mean, everybody thought the battle healer was broken. Some people still do, but the use and the win rates, they went way down as the season went on. I think a lot of that was just the overreaction from a new card that's max everywhere because of that new card boost, right? So I expect the same thing to happen with the new card, the Firecracker. Now, the first comparison that comes to mind for me with this new card is the Magic Archer, and I'm going to talk about why in just a moment. Not the Princess, even though that would probably be the first card in terms of just stat-wise. 3 elixir, super long range that you kind of think of. But anyway, I think she's more kind of like Magic Archer. Now, what she does is she gets pushed back. She fires these firecrackers. Every time she fires, she gets pushed back 2 whole tiles, which is a really interesting and unique mechanic that has just been added to the game. It's pretty crazy, right? But it's like, can you imagine the bowler, like every time he bowls, he gets pushed back 2 tiles? Obviously, it doesn't make sense because of the no recoil, right? But still, the recoil effect is going to be very interesting. Is that going to cause a lot of retargeting? Is that going to save her? Oftentimes, right, where a support troops gets onto her and then boom, she fires back and makes her untargetable for a bit. It will be really cool to see how that pushback impacts the card strategically. Now also, it's very worth noting that she is an incredibly easy King Tower activation. Man, it's crazy just to be distracted in the direction of your King Tower and boom, it's an easy King Tower activation card compared to the other range cards. Way easier than Magic Archer or Electro Wizard, for example. So that's something that the defenders will definitely benefit from. Now, in terms of her actual shot, it is a unique one, right? It's, again, 3 elixir, pretty solid. It looks to do a lot of damage, this Firecracker. It's a single target until it hits its first target. So let's say she's shooting at a giant, there's a musketeer behind, boom, makes connection, and then the shrapnel of this rocket will hit all the support troops or the surrounding troops of the main target. Now, this mechanic is actually borrowed from Brawl Stars, from Penny, who has something very similar. And I've always thought Penny was kind of annoying and strong to deal with because of that mechanic, so I think the same thing could be said, perhaps, about the Firecracker. I actually really like the way she shoots. I like the way the rocket is. I like the design of the card. The pushback, I'm a big fan. I mean, I can't lie, guys. There's nothing bad about this card, and to me, because of that free King Tower activation, and because she's relatively squishy, she dies to arrows. I think that she will be strong, but not OP or broken. That's my kind of barometer on how strong she'll be inside the arena. Again, I anticipate a lot of people just saying, oh, she's broken, she's ridiculous, she's disgusting, she's OP, but I really do think she'll be balanced. And again, the comparison to Magic Archer, right? So Magic Archer, His range looks to be the same, if not very similar. She's not like the princess. She is going to cross over that bridge and be targeted by the princess tower, but just barely. She's right in that range like Magic Archer. So I think that that's just a really long range, but also makes her targetable. Reminds me of Magic Archer. Now, Magic Archer is really strong, but he can be fireballed for a 4-for-4 trade, right? So I feel kind of the same way. That's why I compared to Magic Archer again here. I feel, and the fact that the projectile just, you know, has sort of a, it's not the same as Magic Archer where it goes through targets, but it does go through kind of with a shrapnel after the fact, right? So that dynamic's kind of similar as well. And the other thing is just like the arrows in the 3-for-3 trade. I think that if she is meta, which I suspect her to be, she is a common card, you know, I expect her to be easy to level up after the boost, and I expect a lot of people to use her. She seems to be a very simple and fun card to actually use, and she fits in a number of different archetypes, which we'll talk about in just a second. So I think that just the arrows will be way more popular, right? Log will not kill her. Barbarrel will after the Barbarian shot. So I think that Log Barbarrel and arrows will become a little bit more popular if she is meta. So in that extent, the fact that you can 3-for-3 against her, I do think that she'll be kept in check. And that's what I like, these really strong, provocative new cards that can still be equal value traded against, like unlike the Elixir Golem, right? So I really like that part of her as well. So just kind of finishing up my thoughts in terms of archetypes that I see her in. Log bait seems to be a pretty obvious one. Not just log bait, just bait in general, like mortar bait or log bait. She seems to be annoying to get rid of, especially with that long range. But more so than that, like she could fit in so many different archetypes, right? I could see her in a hog deck instead of a musketeer just to try that out. She does enough damage. She does like a pretty solid amount of damage, and with the shrapnel is pretty cool, right? I also see her in, like I said, mortar bait decks, but just in just really strong defensive decks, right? I could see her in control decks, maybe a minor control, even a graveyard deck and a splash yard deck type thing for just having really strong defense, or of course any beatdown deck to support that push from afar. Imagine having like a golem coming at you and then this annoying rocketeer, or I keep calling her the old name, this annoying firecracker like a bunch of tiles behind and just killing all the troops that you want to kill the golem. Of course, range will be to your benefit as a defender, but I can see her elixir golem decks. I can just see her being tested in almost every sort of deck, especially because she's only 3 elixirs. It's not like it's a huge elixir investment to make inside this game, inside this deck. What deck do you think that she would be best served in? What type of deck are you excited to try her out in? Let me know in the comments below, and I will have more gameplay with her against a pro player coming to you pretty soon. So subscribe, and thanks, huge shout out as always to Bren Chong and Royale, my YouTube partners. Check out their information as well. Guys, let me know what you think of the new card, and as always, take care, guys.